Bitcoin, Taproot, Fractal, right? BSV or no?
Yeah, BSV too.
Okay. And what else? Like other UTXO? Like,
Yeah, I think it's if as long as you're using UTXO chains and also it's based on Bitcoin script, we can support it.
oh, all right, all right.
Yeah.
Those are okay. Oh, this is
So that's why
powerful.
we
All right.
call it we're a developer platform for Bitcoin compatible chains. It can work on Bitcoin, but if you are very similar, like at the fundamental level, for example, I don't know if you guys heard about anybody heard of Bell's coin, even Litecoin, Dogecoin, because they're all derived from
So
Bitcoin.
Litecoin and Dogecoin also. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So
we can port it. Yeah.
let me ask you a question. So before we had teams that got stuck a couple months because they were depending on other people to develop their DLCs. Um, but now but now if anyone on their team knows Java, they could just potentially
Yeah,
turn
JavaScript.
like yeah, just use script and then do it themselves.
Yeah, you don't have to be a
Wow.
script engineer. You basically
That's a
bring it
huge
down
huge
to the
unlock.
to the level. Previously, you need almost to be like a PhD level in Bitcoin and level programming to
Yeah,
now
it's
to
painful.
any
It's painful.
entry level. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
All right,
think it's
nice,
significant.
nice, awesome. So I don't want to hog up all the question time. I see Luis and Henry here with their hands up.
Thank you. So what you're discussing here is very interesting to Robert and myself when we're talking about the education that we would love to know. How do we better understand these capabilities ourselves? So when we talk in groups or on a platform or on television, w- how do we better translate what's happening here? Because I think the education part of it is very valuable to people that need this translated, but it's a very high, complicated level. Do you have videos? Do you have resource materials that Robert and I could dig into to better try to translate it?
Yeah, definitely. You almost forced this coming. Well, so if you everything you want to have is in my last slide, but I cannot give a preview. You can go this website. I would say for educational material, we have a lot of YouTube videos to walk you through it. Almost like step by step how to code a simple one to a more advanced level from zero to hero. Okay, so that's YouTube. And if you are more like let's say in-depth video, sorry, articles type thing, we have published hundreds of original articles on our blog on Medium. So definitely check that out, and uh, and also join our group for any other tech detailed questions. We can always help over there. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, I agree. It's I think it's a huge, let's say, misunderstanding, but at the same time, it's a huge opportunity as well because most people, I would say 99% of people, even in Bitcoin for a long, long time, they are not used to associate smart contract tokens, or maybe not tokens anymore, smart contract with Bitcoin because they think, oh, you do smart contract, you go to some other chains like Ethereum, Solana, or whatever the latest, hottest chain is. Yeah.
Yeah, I just had a clarifying question. So were you saying that you can use JavaScript to essentially, create this smart contract for Bitcoin? And then is this deployed on EVM or how is this actually deployed?
So, okay, let me show you if I have a slide. Yeah. Okay. So, can you see this?
Yes.
So, I call it, yeah, you guys can share, but I may be the first one to come up with this term. I think 3 or 4 years ago, I called it Bitcoin virtual machine because it is a virtual machine since day one. So basically, it's a script interpreter. So you have all these opcodes, and it's a stack-based virtual machine, same as a so-called EVM. And basically, you have all these opcodes, and then you just execute all of them. So if the top element is true, that means the smart contract give you the call is successful and you can move the coins inside. So basically, all this script goes into so-called, the when you either is in the output, the locking script part of the output, or in Taproot case, it goes into the redeem script in the waitlist. So that's how the sCrypt fits into the Bitcoin model. Basically, you have the high level smart contract, and once you compile it, it turns into script, and the script goes into the waitlist part when you try to unlock it. Does this make sense?
Yes, that makes good sense to me. So what do you see like what's the base use case for this? Can you do runes, ordinals? Can you manipulate all of these things in this kind of BVM that runs on Changer? What's the primary use case here?
So the primary use case is like you're asking, hey, what's the primary use case for Solidity? Okay, so it is, I think a lot of people use it to do tokens. I think last time I talked about a little bit. So the previous speaker, Spencer, he's working on this chain called Fractal. So Fractal is pretty much like a Bitcoin plus OpCat. So what this enables is so-called, make it, last time I also talked about this idea. So if you only have this single OpCat re-enabled, you're going to turn Bitcoin's smart contract capability from so-called Turing incomplete to Turing complete, meaning you can program anything you can. And the number one use case is so far, it's almost like Solidity. People are using it to do like a minor validated tokens. So it's very different from ordinals, the BSA20, because you don't need an indexer. I think that's the first ever, let's say, tokens on Bitcoin that does not require a third-party server, trust a third party. So basic story is you can program anything you want, but so far people have been playing with the layer one tokens, minor validated tokens by smart contract. But you can build anything, let's say, I think last time I talked about, you can build DEXs, you can build, pump.fun type of thing. You can build, almost like anything that other blockchains you can do, simply put, yeah. There's no limit. Of course, you have to constrain by the chain, block size, transaction size. But other than that, it's like Ethereum. If you get willing to pay the fees, anything you can want to program, you can. There's no, so-called Turing complete, meaning there's no smart contract you can do on other chains that you cannot program on Bitcoin. It's unlimited. Yeah.
This is fascinating. So basically we deploy the contract, it's written to the blockchain. It can obviously operate now within that block space or within this virtual machine that you have as well. And then this writes outputs and inputs to the blockchain network, to Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Thank you. Very interesting.
No problem. Any other question? Okay, if not, let's keep going. Okay, so how many people have ever used Bitcoin smart contract? Okay,
I have.
okay, great. What what use cases?
On testnet to transfer music.
Transfer
Using RGB protocol.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so all right, cool. You are more advanced use cases. But what I'm saying, if you have Bitcoin and you ever transfer some Bitcoin,